I love you. I love you. No, I love you more. Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm itgirl, and this is
The owner of this damn channel. channel.
Line Takeover. Slap.
Bye. Yeah.
I got you.
All right, y'all. So on this video, I'm going to be talking about the day that I actually gave birth to my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby girl. I'm going to talk about where I was before I went into labor. You know what? I'm gonna just let y'all wait.
Don't do that.
Okay.
How are the days following up to giving birth?
All right, so I gave birth on a Monday. That Saturday I had went out with my sister. We had went to hibachi. I'm gonna drop the last video that I had of me pregnant right here. But we had went to hibachi, and the whole day I did not feel her move. So I had called my mom and I was like, Mom, I haven't felt the baby move. And she was just like, go drink some water, all that stuff. So I was okay, after me and her go eat, I'm gonna see if I see her move, because I'm gonna have food in my system and I'm gonna have water. I used to always drink cold water. And yeah, so we ate and then we left, went our separate ways, and I had to pass the hospital that I actually wanted to give birth on my way home. So I called my mom and just like, Mom, she's still not moving. And she was like, well, Tia, if you want to go to the hospital, just go to the hospital. Because I run to the hospital about everything. Y'all know me, y'all know that. But, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go. So it's like as soon as I was pulling into the hospital, she started to move. So I called my mom back. I said, Mom, she just moved. And she was like, well, she should be fine. And she was like, well, just go to the hospital to clear conscious. So I'm just like, okay. Because I wanted to go deep down anyways. But I was going to go regardless of what she said. So I ended up going to the hospital. And I done been to the triage a million times before. So I'm thinking I know exactly what's about to happen. They're going to check her heartbeat. They're going to send me home. All that type of stuff. So I went in there. They hooked me up to the monitor. I was just sitting there chilling on my phone. I was sitting there chilling on my phone. And then a lady came back in here. And this is a lady I've never seen before. And she says, you're having contractions. Do you feel it? She said it just like that. You feel it? She said it just like that. I said, no. She's talking about something, well, I think we're going to go ahead and induce you tonight because baby's heartbeat is dropping. I said, what do you mean? Panic, freaked out. I said, what do you mean? Is she okay?
That's exaggerating.
I said, is she okay? And she was like, yeah, she's fine. But we just want to keep you here to monitor you. Because if you go home, you will know her heartbeat is dropping. So I'm just like, okay. So I called my baby daddy and I was like, they're about to induce me. You need to get her ASAP. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm about to have the baby. He was like, right now? And I was like, no. So then I ended up calling my mom. And I was like, Mom, they're about to induce me. She was like, for real? I said, yes. She's like, want some wind right now? And I was like, yeah. She's like,
Right
when is
now?
the baby gonna be here? And so I was like, between now and 3 days. All right, so.
How was the process of giving birth?
Okay, so the process of giving birth, when I went into the hospital, I was only dilated to 1 centimeter, and my cervix was really, 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 really thick. So they had to give me some medicine. I forgot what the name of the medicine was, but it was like really, 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 really tiny. And I had to take that, and I was in labor for, well, they started my labor on Saturday, and I had her on Monday. So they just kept giving me that all the way up until Monday.
That's what it means.
And so after Monday, after they was giving it to me, I had to take some Pitocin. And I want to say that medicine was liquid and had to shoot it in my arm. And that was to start the contractions and let the contractions start coming into play. So I had to have that process done before I can even give birth.
That's crazy.
Ain't it?
But it's true.
I'm gonna tell you, she don't be playing no games when she hungry, okay? I was labor for 4 hours and 26 minutes. My contractions didn't officially start until the day that I gave birth, which was that Monday. And I want to say like around 11 is when everything started to roll. So I was stuck at 2 centimeters for the longest, like for a long time. So I want to say like around 2:45-ish, everything just started to rolling. So I went from a 2 to a 4, I want to say, and then from a 4 I went to like an 8, and from there I just kept dilating. And at one point the doctor came in, and a whole bunch of doctors like ran, like they just ran in the room, and they was like, get on all fours, get on all fours. Mind you, I had already had the epidural on my back, and
Did you get on all fours?
yes, so she was like,
crazy.
I had already had the epidural on my back, and she was like, get on all fours, get on all fours. One lady came on my right side, one lady came on my left side, one person took the earring out on this side, the person took the earring on the left side. Somebody was behind me taking my necklace off. Excuse me. Like they was just bum rushing in there, so I guess they was trying to get me prepared to have an emergency C-section, because her heart rate just kept dropping. Like her heart rate got to like 55 beats per minute at one point. Greedy. When Greedy is hungry, Greedy's hungry. I'll take a bottle from her. So, yeah. So I'm like, I didn't freak out. I was actually very calm about it though. Like my mom was like on the right of me. I'm just looking at all her facial expressions, and she was just like, calm down, calm down, calm down. Her dad was just sitting in a chair like, I don't know. He said that he just didn't know what was going on. So then after they came in there, I had just basically like just reposition myself to see if she would move from the position that she was at, and eventually she moved. So then they left out the room, and I kid you not, like 10 minutes later, I'm like, Mom, I have to boo-boo. My mom was like, hold on. So she went into the hallway, and she was like, she told the nurse, she was like, ma'am, she has to boo-boo. And the nurse came in, she was like, well, let me check her. So she checked me, she was like, oh, nope, you don't got a boo-boo. She's ready. You're there. And I'm just like I'm looking like, what's going on? So when I tell y'all, these nurses disappeared, like poof, for a good 15-20 minutes. Like, I kid you not. They just like left. And I'm like, Mom, I have to use the bathroom. Now I'm like, the attitude kicking in, the tone of my voice started to change, because it's like, I feel like I'm about to boo-boo on myself. Like, what are they doing? So then her and her daddy they was just laughing at me. And I'm like, no, like, why are they taking so long? Like, I'm not about to give birth. Like did they go to lunch break? Like, I didn't know what was going on. So my mom went up there, and they was just like, ma'am, she's ready. So then they came in, and I'm gonna put a little pinch of a clip in here for y'all. So no, over here.
That way.
Stupid. So yeah. So the lady came back in the room, and she was just trying to tell me how to hold my legs and how to reposition myself and what to do, and it was time to push and all this extra stuff. And I just seen all these little tools laid out in front of me, like, and I had asked them to bring the mirror in.
You wanted to see that?
So for a minute, I wanted to see it. So they brought the mirror in, and then she was like, alrighty, now push. So I'm pushing, I'm thinking I'm doing good. She said, take it out your face and put it in your butt. So at that point, I'm pushing. And alright, so then I was pushing, and they was just like, oh my God, she has a lot of hair. Like, you could just see her hair out my vagina from what they were saying. So my mom was like, oh my God, Tia, she does. So that's giving me hype. Like, come on, we're ready to keep going. Let's go. So I'm pushing. That was my second time pushing. And they counted to like 10. And then she was like, stop. And then at one point, I'm just like, no, like, I need to push. Let's go. She's like, all right, well, let's go. So I think I only pushed 6 times. And I got her out in 15 minutes. And, yeah, like, honestly, and I did tear. I tore a little bit. I had to get, hell, I don't even know how many stitches I had to get because one doctor was stitching me up. And then after the doctor got done stitching me up,
Fat girl.
so after that one doctor got done stitching me up, another doctor came in and looked at me and she was like, ooh. So she came back behind her, stitching me up, but I was still off that epidural, so I wasn't feeling nothing. But I knew I ripped. Like when she said I ripped, I knew I ripped. I just felt something like I was.
I'm good.
Good girl.
Hey, baby girl. Hey, baby girl. All right. Boom. All right, Pop. Put her leg down. Go. Let go. Let go of your leg. We might have given him a hard time.